North Korea is using fighting words, saying it would launch thousands-fold revenge on the United States.
Yeah, I'm not an international policy wonk, but that sounds bad, right? A country who practices missile launches with zero care to us and other powers telling them not to, now is saying it's got revenge on its mind. Well, it piqued our concern, and yours too, we bet. So I went to an expert to ask, is this the real deal?
A bit of context as to why Kim Jong-un is so mad. It's because the United Nations unanimously voted to slap sanctions on his country this weekend that would cripple trade out of North Korea to the tune of $1 billion. And it warned him, cut it out with the missiles and the nukes. His response this morning, he's mad and he's coming after the U.S. Is this Cold War Part 2? Let's actually ask someone who knows what she's talking about.
Well, it's highly unlikely.
Truth be told, by Dr. Sherry Gray, who is an expert on foreign affairs with countries in Asia, and myriad others in the same line of work, it appears that North Korea likes to do this. North Korea likes to talk smack, and has done so for decades.
North Korea is going to use a lot of hyperbole to talk about what's happening. They're obviously not going to be happy about it. But they don't have a credible second strike defense.
Meaning, yeah, he's got missiles and he might have some nukes coming soon, but even if he fired one of those off, that'd be it. America would strike back and obliterate his regime. Kim Jong-un knows this, but he also knows his threats have worked so far. He gets taken seriously, and even when sanctions come, he keeps at it, sometimes just defying the sanctions. Dr. Gray thinks even this time, that behavior's gonna keep happening.
It's not going to stop the missile development, but I don't think it's going to spark a war. They don't have anything to win from a war, essentially. They have everything to lose.
And so the rhetoric ramps up from North Korea because that's a weapon of fear. And for North Korea, fear has been a weapon that's worked so far. What happens next, though, is all part of the modern game of chess with that country that has been being played since the Korean War.
So time will tell if he actually obeys these sanctions, but if history repeats itself like the previous 6 sanctions, he's not going to. And America has a lot at stake here. We have 26,000 troops in South Korea. There's an entire country of people in South Korea that they're concerned he might act against just to show his power. But again, if you listen to the professor, he has nothing to gain by that because an act of aggression against South Korea means the U.S. will come in and they will beat him. But lives will be lost, significant amounts.
Right. So at that point, it doesn't matter. If he does try to do something, lives will be lost.
Right.
And so at that point, you have to kind of take him seriously.
You do, but that's the thing is that experts are like he won't do it because it will mean he will go out of power. But at what point?
But what if he does?
I know. That's where we're all at. The what if he does? And the what if he does is a daily question.
Yeah.
It needs to be taken seriously.
Well, it's good to hear what she had to say, though. Makes you feel just a little bit better about it.